Hello student, welcome to chemistry class. In today chemistry class, we are going to start chapter 1 solid state for the new batch of class 12th. Okay, in this batch, other 12th class student who are going to give examination in May, they can also participate, or you can say they can see this video also. As you know that due to COVID, some portions of some chapters has been deleted, but this was only for the COVID year 2020. In next year, in next session, all these deleted things are added. Okay, there are total 16 chapters. Okay, there are 16 chapters. Okay, there are 16 chapters in which are divided in three parts: physical, inorganic, and organic. First five chapters, which are solid state, second one is solution, third one is electrochemistry, fourth one is chemical kinetics, and fifth one is surface chemistry. These are the five chapters which are included in first part, which is known as physical chemistry. All these chapters have a value of 25 marks. This is the passing marks of board examination. It means if you learn this 5 chapter thoroughly, then you can pass easily examination, 12th class examination. But only passing examination is not necessary, because you have to give some competitions, after that selections, then high percentage are required. So you have to gain good percentage, like above 90, 95. So if you want to pass only examination, then you have to learn 5 chapters. But if you want to have a good percentage for a competition, for success, then you have to learn other chapter also. Okay, these 5 chapters are numerical based. Okay, if you are able to solve problem numericals, then in this chapter nothing you have to remember or ratamar. Only these chapters are in understanding types. Okay, now next chapter after this is first one is principles of extraction of metal of metal, and the second one is p block elements. Third one is D and F block element. Fourth one is coordination compound. And these four chapters belong to inorganic chemistry. These are fully concept based chapter. These are the fully concept based chapter, and value of this chapter is 19. You have to understand the concept only in this chapter, nothing you have to do. Okay, if you want to learn by Latamer method, then you can't gain marks from this chapter. These chapters are the concept based, reasoning based chapter. Only in this chapter you have to learn method of extractions, which are very simple. You have learned in 10th class also. But in place of p block element, DEF and coordination compound, you have learned thoroughly periodic table in class 11th. Then you can study these chapters very easily, or you can prepare these chapters very easily. Okay, so this 19 marks is also very easy for you, and 19 and 25 marks, 25, 9 and 5, 4, and 3 and 4. 44 marks you can get very easily. It means you have, if you learn two portions, first portion physical and second portion inorganic, and if you are getting 25 or 30 marks, then 70 or 75% is very easy. But 75% in today's scenario is not sufficient. You have to gain some more. For that you have to learn organic chemistry. There are few chapters, but these chapters are interlinked to each other. What are these chapters? These chapters are, this one was the second part of the chemistry. Now we will get third part. Okay. One is haloalkanes, and haloarenes. Second one is alcohol, phenol, and ether. And the third one is aldehyde, ketone, and carboxylic acid. And fourth one is nitrogen containing compound. And fifth one is biomolecules. And sixth one is polymer. And seventh is chemistry in everyday life. These are the 7 chapters which belong to the organic chemistry. Organic chemistry. This is very difficult to math group but easy for bio group. Organic chemistry. If you see from chapter this to this, these chapters are interlinked. If you learn one chapter very thoroughly and very carefully, then you can prepare all these 3 chapters very easily. And value of these are 28 marks. From year to year, 28 marks. And near about from this to these 4 chapter, its value is 5, 4, 10, 15, near about 90. Value of these chapters are 90 marks. Rest for the biomolecule, polymer and chemistry. This is purely belong to the bio. Okay. But this one is very easy to learn for all the type of student, which whether from PCM group or PCB group. How you can learn this chapter? Each chapter has 3 parts. One is the basic part, means general introduction, general properties, and next one is the chemical physical property, and last one is the distinguished test. It means if you divide the whole chapter in 3 parts, then you can prepare very easily each chapter. Okay, it is in your hand how to you make the very easy. Okay, organic chemistry is not very tough. You can make it very easy by dividing the chapter in 3 parts. First part from the basic concept. Second part is from the chemical properties and physical properties and distinguished test. In board examination, from each chapter you can find the distinguished test. Okay, one question and one question from the conversion. For the conversion you have to remember the named reaction and use of some important reagents. Okay, And if you learn the general physical properties of the compounds, for example haloalkanes and halogens, their physical properties like the melting point, boiling point, solubilities, वगैरह वगैरह, then you can get easily 1 mark. And in next chapter you have to learn more. What? Here is very fixed question. In last year 10-year paper you will see that so fixed questions are asked from this chapter, which you can learn very easily. No any modification can be done in these questions. Okay, so because these are associated with our daily life, so you can learn these chapters very easily. Okay, this way you can get 28 marks. Little hard practice if you want. Now today we will start first chapter, solid state, whose value is 5 marks, and it is a very easy chapter. Numericals on the fixed formula. There are 2 or 3 formulas on which numericals are asked. Okay, so let's start first chapter, solid state. And here is most welcome for old 12th class students which are going to sit in the examination from May. Okay, they can revise also here. So let's start solid state. As you know that matters have 5 states. Matter, you know that what is matter? Anything which has some mass, which can acquire some space, which has fixed mass, which can acquire space, which we can feel. These are the matters, and these matters have 5 states, in which 3 are very distinct states, and 2 are the also, but work has been going on those states. But we know that what are that states. First is solid state. Second one is liquid state. Third one is gas state, gaseous you can say. Fourth one is the Bose-Einstein condensed and plasma. Okay, we have to learn in 12th solid state, and these solids are further divided into the 2. One is the crystalline solid, and other is the amorphous. Which we have to study about the crystalline solid and amorphous solid. Now we will see what is crystalline solid and what is amorphous solid. First of all, I will introduce about the solid. What is solid? This like this one is the solid. What you can say about this looking duster? Okay, you can say that crystalline solids are those in which particles are very closely packed and there is a strong intermolecular force between particles. Solid have fixed volume, fixed mass, okay, and high density. Solid have fixed mass, fixed volume, and high density, low compressibility. These are the property of solid. Okay, you can see here the what is the region of a particular shape of this solid is only that particles have the fixed position and they can vibrate only on the fixed position and there is a very strong intermolecular force between the two particles. So you can say that solids are those matters which have fixed mass, fixed volume and high density due to the fixed position of particles, due to strong intermolecular force and low compressibility. Okay, what are solids? Once again, solids are those which have fixed mass, fixed volume, high density due to the fixed position of particles, strong intermolecular force between the particles, okay, and due to strong intermolecular force there is a very low compressibility in the solid. These are the property of solid. If you see such type of property in any matter, you can say that all that are the solid. You can see also this one is the chalk. It has a also a particular shape due to the property of solid. Okay, thus you can say that solids are those matter which have fixed mass, fixed mass, volume, and high density, low compressibility. There is a fixed position of constituent particles and strong intermolecular force intermolecular force of attraction are known as solids. Okay. Then what is solid? Solid are matter which have fixed mass, volume and high density, low compressibility, and there is a fixed position of constituent particles and a strong intermolecular force of attraction. These are known as solid. Now, on the basis of intermolecular forces or their some properties, solid can be further classified into two. Now we will see here the classification of solid. Okay, everything is clear here. You have learned in class 9th also these things, so it is very easy. Now we will see here classification of solid. There are so many way of classification, but we will divide first in two parts, part 1 and part 2. One is the crystalline solid, and another is amorphous solid. Now, how will you classify the crystalline solid and amorphous solid? Which type of solid you can say that one is the crystalline solid? Like if we have two parts, this one is the one solid, another solid is this. Whether which one is the crystalline solid or which one is the amorphous solid? How can you classify these solids? Any idea? You can see in these particles. First of all, you can say that if you cut this solid, you will find some particular shape. But if you cut this particle, this solid, it will be not in a particular shape. Okay, it means you can say that some solids on cutting give some particular shape, but some solid become the powder like, or you can say that they have no particular shape after cutting. This way you can classify amorphous and crystalline solid. Let us see what is difference between the crystalline and amorphous solid. Okay, there are some points through which you can define that what are crystalline solid and what are amorphous solid. Let's see. We can classify this some points. On the basis of some point we can differentiate or we can define solid and amorphous. First, on the basis of shape. Okay, what is the difference between the shape of these and you can say that crystalline solid have fixed geometrical and you can say that definite shape. Okay, but in case of amorphous, they have only irregular shape. Irregular shape. Okay. In case of crystalline solid, there is some geometrical shape, some definite shape, as you see that in case of this one. Okay, but in case of amorphous solid, their shape is not regular. The shape may be in another form also. Okay. So in next class we will continue the difference between the amorphous solid and crystalline solid. Thank you. Have a nice day.